Namaskar. We would like to welcome you all on behalf of Independent Research Ethics Society, AYUSH Samriddhi International Webinar Series at 2747th milestone. Yoga for mental health, because yesterday only we have celebrated Mental Health Day, and renowned yogacharya, poet and wellness expert, Mr. Sanatan Mahakut from West Bengal, Kolkata, will be blessing us on the topic today. Welcome, Dr. Sanatan, and welcome all YouTube viewers who will see this, who will watch this episode at their convenience. So welcome, Sri Sanatan Mahapurji. Welcome and welcome Kamna Gautamji also. Sanatanji Pranam. Swagatam.
Namaste everyone. Today we are going to talk about yoga for mental health. On 10th October, every year we celebrate World Mental Health Day. Health is consist of physical body, mental body, and the vital force breathing. In Taittiriya Upanishad, it is said our body is consist of 5 kosas or layers. Those are called Annamaya Kosa, Pranamaya Kosa, Manomaya Kosa, Vijnanamaya Kosa, and Anandamaya Kosa. At step 1 or first level, it is Annamaya Kosa, physical body, which is made of flesh, bone, nerves, this thing. It is called Stula Sharir or gross body, which we can see from outside. Somebody may be tall, somebody may short, somebody may thin, somebody may fat, somebody black, somebody white. These are the external structures of a physical body. But beyond that, there are other 4 layers or 4 sheaths. Second one is called pranamaya kosa, the prana or vital force, which helps us to survive, to move, to live, to do activities in our day-to-day life. If there is no breath, no air in our life, then we are no more a living being. So pranamaya kosa is very subtle and it connects to our next level that is called manomaya kosa, the mental level. That is the third layer, manomaya kosa. And mind also very subtle than pranamaya kosa. It cannot be seen, but it can feel. Sometimes we get very happy, sometimes we get sorrow, sometimes we get angry, sometimes we get sleepy. So these are nothing but the different situations or different conditions of our mind. Here we can see about the other 2, like fourth one is called Vijnanamaya Kosa, which is directly related to our intellectual level. And fifth one is Anandamaya Kosa, after the Vijnanamaya Kosa, that Anandamaya Kosa, which helps to lead a happy and blissful life in this world. Ultimately, when we talk about mana or mind, it is said, mana eva manusyanang karanaha bandha mukhyayaha. That means our mind is everything. If we think we are binding with somebody or something, then we are bound with that object. And if you think we are free, then we are free. That's why we have to keep our mind free knowingly at every moment. When there is conflict at mental level, in a long term, it creates mental conflict. Dvanda. It is in Sanskrit, it is said dvanda. So to overcome that conflict, we need to follow certain principles. Within that principles, number 1 is studying books, because good books gives the right knowledge that helps to overcome from the conflicts of our mind. And sometimes our good friends, relatives, they also help in that situation to overcome from the mental conflicts. And at the third point, sometimes we go to the professional counselors for the counseling to overcome from the mental conflicts. And at this level, this is not the end to keep our mental state or मानसिक स्तर में healthy रहने के लिए it is not enough. So there are other things. When we combine all these three, body, mind, and breathe, it is interrelated. Body cannot move without breathing, and mind cannot move without breathing. So between body and mind, breathing is the connector, that prana, like a bridge. So from one side to another side, when we cross the river, the connector is bridge. So like that, to connect with our body and mind, breathing, that vital force, it takes important role. Here in yoga, when we talk about mental health, first we think about the breathing pattern. When we are angry, our breathing is very fast. And when we are very lethargy, tamasic, our breathing is very slow. And sometimes it is haphazard due to the conflicts or fastness of the mind. Here, by doing regular breathing exercises, pranayamas like Anuloma Viloma, Brahmari, if we will slow down our breath, directly it will help to calm down our mind. And if we are very restless at the physical level, suppose a person is running for a long time, his heart rate and his breathing rate, everything is increasing. And if there is there are other causes like when we get angry, when we get tired, when we are hungry, that time also our mental condition changes. So all these three, if we are relaxed at the physical level, if our breathing is slow or normal at the breathing level, if our mind is calm at the mental level, then we can say we are a balanced person or we are healthy and we are fit to do some creative work. Otherwise, if we are restless at the physical level and our breathing is, if not normal, and if our mind is not steady or focused, then we are going to get lost somewhere. And it will not help us to reach the goal in our day-to-day activities, but indirectly it will help to create a lot of disturbances in ourselves, in the family, in the society, and in long way, it will affect to the globe. Like to purify our body, every day we take bath. हम लोग नहाते हैं to purify our body. Like that, we should do charity. धन देने से वो शुद्धि होता है. And like that, for our life, yoga also a good contributor. When we do yoga, it purifies our life. And when we do prayer every day, it helps to purify our soul. हमारा आत्मा को पवित्र या शुद्ध बनाता है. And like that, in our Hindu culture, we do many vratas, rituals. So they also helps to keep our health good. And like forgiveness or kshama, that also strengthens our relation, samparka. And when we do paropakar, when we help others, that also changes our luck. We say, hamara bhagya badal gaya. When we do help to others, indirectly we help ourselves. That also purifies our mind. And last but not least, dhyana, the meditation, that also purifies our mind. So this is way we can keep our body, mind healthy by purifying ourselves. In yoga asanas, it is said, first we do certain physical exercises like loosening exercises and Surya Namaskar. Surya Namaskar will help to stimulate our body from toes to head. It will regulate our breathing pattern and also it will help to strengthen the whole body and indirectly it will affect your mind. And In other way, asanas like standing asanas, Ardha Chakrasana, Padhastasana, Trikonasana, Vrikshasana, Garudasana, Utkatasana. These all are very useful for the mental level. And in sitting categories, we can say like Vajrasana, Padmasana, Sukhasana, sitting Parvatasana, Ustrasana, Sasankasana, Yoga Mudra, Ardha Matsyendrasana. These all are very useful for the mental health. In prone posture or lying on the abdomen, Makarasana is very useful for the all types of psychosomatic ailments, particularly when we are under stress. If we relax for 10 to 15 minutes in Makarasana, that gives instant calmness to our mind and body. Along with that, to stimulate further, Bhujangasana, Salavasana, Dhanurasana can be done. And in supine posture, there are many postures like Pada Uttanasana, Setu Bandhasana, Naukasana, uh, Chakrasana, and at last Savasana to relax the body. These all asanas are very useful for the mental health. When we talk about pranayam, pranayamas, particularly Anuloma Viloma pranayam or Nadi Shuddhi pranayam, that helps to bring balance between our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. In that way, it helps to control our motor nervous system. So directly it will help to slow down our blood pressure and to calm down our breathing rate. And it gives also a good sleep. That's why Nadi Shuddhi has no limitation and it has no time limit. Anybody can do at any time and it will give a good benefit for the all age group. And it is a excellent pranayam for the mental health. Along with that, we can do Hastrika and Brahmari. Those two pranayams also very useful for the mental health. Cooling pranayam like Sheli, Sitkari, Sadanta, those three also very useful for the mental health. After pranayam, when we talk about meditation for the mind, there are many types of meditations available in this society developed by different yoga schools like cycling meditation or Avartana Dhyana, then Vipassana Dhyana, Rajyog Dhyana. There are many meditations, heartfulness. So we can follow any one or other systems to calm down our mind, but it cannot be done in one day. We have to practice regularly to get a long-term benefit. And when we talk about the kriyas, no doubt kriyas are very useful to detoxify our body, like Kapal Bhati to strengthen our lungs and to purify our brain by forceful breathing, and others like Jalaneti, Sutraneti, Vastraroti, Nauli, then Shankha all eye exercises. These all are directly and indirectly related to our mental health. Because once we are purified or detoxified internally, that helps to calm down our mind. And when we talk about the mudras and bandhas, so we can say it is just like capsule or Jalandhara bandha, Udyana bandha, Mula bandha. If a person does these three every day, it is called Bandhatraya or Mahabandha. These three bandhas are very useful for developing willpower and indirectly it helps to strengthen our mental health. So no doubt, along with that, counseling. So as I mentioned earlier, uh, not only self-counseling, reading good books, talking with good friends and family members, taking the support of a counselor, this all will help to overcome from the mental complex to strengthen our mental health. Along with that, if we see in our society, many shelter houses are there where all the people, those who are suffering from mental condition, they are accommodated there. But from the government point of view, if the allocation of the budget is very less, then they cannot afford to treat the patient of mental health. That's why it is the need of our to focus on the mental health. If the society is healthy, then we can contribute in a good way for the society, and that will help for the development of our nation. Along with that, I'll say a good mind or healthy mind can develop a good environment, and it will help just like a good friend. If our mind is disturbed, then it will just work like a monkey. And a monkey is not the simple normal monkey. If a monkey is drunken and who is mad and who is bitten by the curfew, how that monkey behaves, our mind also will react like that. That's why it is very essential to control the mind, the thoughts, the production of reactions from the mind. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, give the youngsters football, let them play footballs, then they can understand the words of Gita easily. So he focused on the physical level. Once a person is healthy by good food habits, good physical exercise, good day-to-day life activities, then directly or indirectly his or her mental condition will be good. So he can understand the difficult words of Gita easily. And another simple example, if we say that magnetic glass, when sunlight comes to a white paper through a magnetic glass, it is easy to burn out that paper because it is directly focused on that. So a healthy mind can focus in anywhere to achieve the goal, but a disturbed mind cannot do that. This is the difference between a good health, good mental health, and bad mental health. So with this, I'll complete my talk for today. But the mental health is a need of our. We should keep our body, mind, and breath balanced to be good at all level in this society. Thank you. Namaste.
थैंक यू वेरी मच डॉक्टर श्री सनातन जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच। आप बड़ा प्यारा बोलते हो, शांति से बोलते हो,
Namaste.
समझा के बोलते हो, बहुत अच्छा बोलते हो। डॉक्टर सुपर्णा सान्याल मुखर्जी मैडम को सादर आमंत्रित करता हूँ, लेकिन सब्जेक्ट चेंज हो चुका है क्योंकि आप लेट हो गए मैडम, तो वो वेबिनार खत्म हो गई, स्पीकर दूसरे आए नहीं। तो जो स्पीकर थे हमारे पास उस समय पहली वेबिनार के, उन्हीं से हमने आशीर्वाद लिया। मैं डॉक्टर सुपर्णा सान्याल मुखर्जी मैडम को मेंटल वेलनेस पे बोलने के लिए प्रार्थना करता हूँ। डॉक्टर सुपर्णा सान्याल मुखर्जी मैडम।
Okay, very good evening to the all dignitaries over here. Thank you very much for giving me such an opportunity. Basically, mental wellness is also depending upon to save the and protect the child, children, and the mental being is required for the development of the people, those who are living in this society. Mental wellness is not the wellness, it is the mental fitness. Mental fitness is also depending upon the children, especially those children they are surviving in this world. So we have to first keep ourselves mentally well, then we can also promote the others to be well. So how we can develop? So mental illness and mental fatigue and mental problem is a very difficult aspects. So I have everything, but I am not fit, mentally fit. That is the problem itself, which has been facing the today's generation. Basically, the younger generation, they though they are surviving in this world, and they are the stress management and strain management is also a fact for this the mental wellness. How we can keep ourselves fit for mentally. Basically, I have done a work in the mentally retarded children, especially those who are identified as the metaphysical persons. These metaphysical persons are very important part of our society, because though they have the such kind of difficulties and they have the disabilities, but they are mentally challenged. So challenge is a fact where they are facing every time and every individualistic society. The sociologist, the French sociologist Emily Durkheim, he said that everything is a social fact. So mental illness is also a social fact. At the same time, the Auguste Comte, the another French sociologist, he also pointed out that when we are surviving in the society, so our society is giving us feedback. What kinds of the feedback? The feedback what we are doing, what we are accepting, what we are promoting, what is our fact, what is our figure, and what kind of work we are doing. So we have there are several problems in the world. If there is problem, that is the problem we are facing every day. This problem is we have to solve the problem. We have to overcome the problem. We have to face the problem. And the facing the problem, we have to overcome the problem. So it is the human evolutionary trend. The mental illness is also the human evolutionary trend. We don't know what has happened in this our mother womb. That is the non-dysfunction is happened, and some type of this symptom may happen, like this Down syndrome, then the Klinefelter syndrome. This is the chromosomal abnormalities which lead to the mental illness. But where there is no such chromosomal abnormalities, still there people are suffering from mental illness. That is the acquired mental illness. So these are the syndrome where we are having the knowledge and the courage to overcome these people. So it is my experience that I have worked in the metaphysical persons, and there is four categories like the mild, moderate, severe, and profound. I have chosen this mild and moderate. I bring them the moderate to mild and mild to normal. And I can boast on that those people, they are also working today and they are going to their working place, though it is not the perfect position like this such and such so and so, but they are stable. They need some support from us, but they can do themselves because it is their personalities, their probabilities. They are enhancing their sustainable life, and they can do by themselves. If there is a one organ is not performing very profoundly, the other organs are supporting the other organs are very active. So at the sense, the IQ level also generated. We have seen in the Clapton and Hammer method, where the anthropological point of view, we have seen that the how they can develop, how the human being and develop their all works and all probabilities and possibilities. The way the mental people, the mental illness can be solved with this the Clapton and Hammer method. Another one way, that is the audiovisual technology. This audiovisual technologies is also very important to them, because what they are seeing, they are acting. So illness can be covered with this audiovisual technique. And the Onchi methodology, the Japanese technology, which I also applied on those students, especially the mental retarded person, the metaphysical persons, and they have recovered through this Onchi methodology, and they are in the normal life, and they are working, and they are reading, they are doing, they are operating computer. That is a very important, and they have the sensation, they have the sixth sense. Their sixth sense is very important and very strongful, by which they can change the world, they can do the world. We have seen so many mentally retarded patients, or the mental health or illness patient, they can develop and they can recover for their illness, and they are doing very well. So this is not a very problematic issue, and this is not a very problematic aspects right at this moment. So AI, in this AI context, they are also can doing. They can also solve the problem where the brain is not well being acting. So the it is can recover by this technique and this Anchi methodology, which is very important for the part of our life, and we can change the mental illness to the profoundly developing country and profound persons, especially the metaphysical person, they become the normal person right at this moment. Thank you very much. Thanks for giving me such an opportunity. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, madam. Thank you very much. So nice of you. जय हो,
Thank
आपकी जय हो।
thank you, sir.
आज
Hope
भी
you are
आज भी
fine,
कलकत्ता में
and
कोई कांड
I
हुआ मैडम?
come to know the
आज भी कलकत्ता में मेडिकल कॉलेज
क्या
के
हुआ.
साथ कोई गड़बड़ हुई है? कलकत्ता में।
uh, okay. uh, uh, तो
हाँ?
आप अभी किधर है, कलकत्ता में है क्या?
नहीं,
कलकत्ता में है क्या?
भोपाल हूँ मैं। 16 तारीख को कलकत्ता आऊंगा।
भोपाल. अच्छा अच्छा.
16th को
इस
आऊंगा।
बार हम जरूर मिलेंगे आपके साथ.
जरूर
इस
जरूर,
बार हम
मेरी
जरूर
बहुत
मिलेंगे
इच्छा है।
आपके साथ.
बहुत इच्छा है
जरूर,
मेरी
क्योंकि
मिलने की।
बहुत सारा बातें करना है. बहुत
जरूर
बातें करना है. आप सुस्त रहिएगा,
जरूर।
ठीक रहिए.